Hey, what's up? Nick from BioGear. Thank you for tuning in to another video. In this one, we've got a bag from BAGSMART. This is their FARO 40 rolling duffel, and it's a pretty nice case. So let's get into it and see if it's something you should consider purchasing. Okay, so the FARO 40 is a rolling duffel, and it is a suitcase, but as a rolling duffel, it's definitely more malleable, especially up top. The bottom half is extremely structured. There is a massive hardened piece of plastic here on the bottom to give this bag some rigidity, and the top half is a little more malleable, a little more soft fabric, and it can be kind of more manipulated. And that's part of the trick of the bag, is that you have a lot of straps on this thing, and you can absolutely cinch it down and get it as tight as you need, especially for people that tend to overpack. And I think that's how they're kind of advertising the bag. If you have a tendency to overpack your clothes, you can absolutely get this thing cinched down pretty tight, and there's a lot of systems in place for that. So it's definitely not a good idea to pass on this bag just because you may not be familiar with the brand BAGSMART. I've had different encounters with them over the years and have really liked their equipment. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. As far as the construction goes, we do have Oxford fabric on the top, which is that woven, more grid looking material. I'm a very big fan of how it looks. They say that the exterior front face is also a TPU coated. That's why it's got this rubberized coating here, but that's it. It's just on that front pocket mainly. Everything else is that nice Oxford fabric and then polyester on the inside. The material choices here are definitely mid-grade. They're not cheap, but they're definitely not high-end premium such as some other offerings from higher-end brands, and the price does definitely echo that. So you're getting a lot of function and good materials for the money here, being that I believe the MSRP of this bag at the time of video is 140 bucks, and that's before discounts, and BAGSMART likes doing discounts. So yeah, let's get into it. The bag does conform to carry-on size, so it's actually around 21.3, 14.4, and 9.6 inches in total. Now again, being that it is very malleable, it can be cinched in, so I don't think there's going to be any kind of problems with you getting onto an airline such as United Airlines with this bag as your checked bag. And with that being said too, though, we do have a ton of handles on this, which is wonderful for taking on carry-on. It's not necessarily a requirement, but for me it is to have a handle down here on the bottom. I absolutely love being able to lift this bag like this and throw it into an overhead bin and also be able to pull it out from said handle if I need to. So it makes it a lot easier. And you do have handles right here on top too. And as you see, the bag does begin to contort from that front soft panel, but I feel like there is no chance of it ripping, especially because if you get these cinched straps down nice and tight, it's just pulling the whole bag. So yeah, very nice. The back panel, again, very hard plastic that makes this nice U shape covering the whole bottom of the bag. You do have these, dare I say, overdone rails too for this thing to slide around on. Those are very tanky, massive rails here for sliding around. The wheels also seem like they have very good bearings on them and a lot of tire tread. The last time I went through a pair of tires was like an at least 10-15-year-old almost bag. About 10-year-old bag. It was an Oakley, and I finally wore the tires out on that. So I don't think this is going to be a troublesome set of wheels. It looks like they're pretty nice, pretty robust. So especially like hitting bumps, I feel like you should be absolutely fine if you're going over crappy terrain. Nothing much else on the bottom. You do have that nice plastic handle which actually acts as the feet as well. The bag does lean back just a tiny bit, but all your weight's up front, so it seems like that's great. It did not fall over empty either. Your handle, though, is massively robust compared to what I'm used to seeing. It's got a nice big round frame on it, very big clicky button, and the bars themselves are extremely stiff. So yeah, these are extremely well built, if I dare I say overbuilt handles, which is very nice. Again, I like to see that. So yeah, let's get into the front of the bag. On the front side here, you do have these nice yellow accents, which are neat. It does just go throughout everything. It does come with its own zipper pulls too, which is great. I love seeing the zipper pulls on bags. And we do have some use here, some U straps here, and on top and bottom there are other little hooks too that they say you can hook stuff to. So just for example's sake, I've got some little clips here that you can take and you can just clip them right on. So if for some reason you need external access, maybe some AirPods, you just want to clip them to the front of your bag or up top up here, you do have anchor points that you can put stuff and let it dangle if you so choose to. Some may consider that silly, but options are options, and I like having the option to do stuff. So we'll just remove these so they're not in the way for the rest of the video. Okay, as far as other pocketing go, we do have one front pocket with a rubberized zipper. It does not go in super deep, so about the size of what you would expect to put like a passport or something in. This can go in here if you choose to do so. And that one had the rubberized zipper, and that's the only one that has a rubberized zipper, which is kind of odd, but yeah, only pocket there that does. There is another small pocket up here that is just perfectly sized for glasses and sunglasses. So that is a good easy access top pocket for that. Handle up top. In addition to your rolling handle, you do have one on top. You have one on the side as well. So if you choose to carry it luggage style or briefcase style, you can do that as well. And then again, I showed you where the other two are at. So moving on, you do have a lot of cinchable straps in here. So to get in and out of the bag, you do have to at least unbuckle 2 buckles every time that you do it. So we'll pull these 2 up a little bit from that side and then loosen these, just because this is the side that hinges over here on the handle side. And then you will grab these 2 handles over here, zippers. Grab your 2 zipper pulls, unbuckle these. I don't know why I didn't do that already. And get that zipper spun all the way around. So your top pocket is extremely waterproof. It's all rubberized in here. So I would imagine this is where imagine this is going to be your best spot for wet clothing, even snow covered clothing, anything that you need to put up, you can throw it in here. There's definitely no chance of having like water get sucked into the bag. It's all rubberized in here. So it's not a super deep pocket. I'd say about 1 inch tall. And it does lay pretty flat whenever you're done with it. The zippers are extremely smooth, as you can hear, and you can just park them anywhere, and then you do have to clip it again once you're done using that front pocket. These do have a lot of adjustment to them too, so you can definitely make it pretty fat and then get it all cinched down. Moving on to the main compartment, your zippers also do have 2 U-zipper pulls, and they glide around the bag very well and nice and smooth too. So once you're in, you're now greeted by your entire interior. It's all polyester in here. You do have mesh on the lid, and you can just get into this massive mesh pocket up here, so use as you see fit. Minimal branding too, BAGSMART. And again, it's just a cheaper polyester, in my opinion. It's fine. I mean, it's a suitcase, right? It's got a job to do, and it's not hard to clean. They do recommend spot cleaning this too, in case that matters. So moving on though, on the inside of the bag, you do have 2 compression straps by buckles, and you can unclip these 2. And they do eject, which is kind of funny. And then they did provide you with a separator panel. This panel is flat and does have mesh. It is again polyester, and there's no real structuring to it other than a wire that goes around the entire perimeter of the bag. So it does flex a little bit, not a whole lot. It's actually really solid for what it is, but it's just another panel, I guess, for in case you just want to put it over your clothes, have them covered, maybe set some stuff on top of it after you cinch it down. You can do that. So I'm going to set that aside for now. And then inside your main compartment, obviously I have this thing packed up with clothes just to demonstrate that you can actually put these in here, all your stuff, buckle them nice and tight, and then you just grab those 2 handles and pull. And once you get them all pulled in, it'll suck them down to where now you have as much room as possible to pack up, around, or corners. Again, for the overpacker, this is like kind of a dream come true for a lot of this stuff. It definitely does a good job. I'm used to seeing one from top to bottom. I know my Toomey bag just does one from top to bottom, but having two straps sideways does enable a little bit different possibility and flexibility too. So yeah, I'm gonna get a lot of this stuff out of here now, and we'll just keep packing in here. Toiletry kits, there's a fan. I've got multiple changes of clothes in here just to kind of demonstrate. And yeah, all right. So now, inside the rest of the bag, as you see, lots of polyester, and that's about it. There is a couple zippers here on the back side. Actually, 1 zipper, sorry, 2 pockets, 1 zipper. And it is mesh netting here as well. So other than that, it's pretty barren. There is the one thing that you have to do when you receive this bag. It will be sent to you flattened to save space. You will have to go into the main zipper that's inside of this bag. There's 1 zipper here along the end, and you will have to unzip it and install your wire frame support, which is not hard to do. You just need to know what you're looking at when you get the bag. So undo that 1 little zipper, you'll be greeted by the inside frame. And as you see, there is a wire frame that is in here as well. You'll have to push it into these 2 little tabs here on the back side, angle it forward into these 2 little Velcro hooks that are in here as well, and then just basically lay it flat, put the 2 snaps and Velcros down, and you're done. It's a 1-step process really, and it's super simple. So, but yeah, you can get into the inside of the bag in case you need to. Maybe there's a sticker or something you want to hide inside there too. You can absolutely potentially use that too. That maintenance area, I'll call it, as a way to hide stuff as well. So again, pretty simple. The main features being that you have a lot of straps to cinch this down on top and bottom. And it does hold a lot of clothing. So with an empty, go ahead and get these zippers back around. It's a little harder to zip whenever the clothes aren't in it. But yeah, as you see, it still stands up just fine. I can't make it tip over very easily. And then you do have your straps that you need to redo when you're done and cinch the bag down. Pull, and you're good. So yeah, it's a duffel bag, it's a rolling suitcase, it's all of the above, and it's very neat. As far as security goes, I failed to mention that the only part of security for the bag is that the main entry to the main compartment does have eyelets for like a lock. That's it. They're just eyelets on the zippers. You can lock it if you need to, and that's the only pocket that does it, is just the main compartment. Nothing else has the zippers on them. Yep, that's about it. It's a really neat bag. This one's going to Alaska. I believe my father has taken a massive liking to this bag, and I have a lot of them too, so I said sure, take this one. And yeah, he'll try it out. I'll probably do a follow-up video just to say how well it did going to, not Alaska, to Hawaii, I'm sorry. And yeah, I'll let you know how it does rolling around and getting beaten up in airports and everything else. So it's a neat bag, and yeah, hopefully you found this helpful. Thank you guys, take care, have a good one.